Hi, everybody. This is Karen Cagg, and today I want to talk to you about social media. And this is an area that is completely new to me. So I have a couple of people on here that I would invite to jump in with any tips that they have. I'm just going to share the little tiny inkling that I have learned about sharing on social media. And the very first thing I want to recommend before I forget it is if you don't have Lindsay Teague Marino's book. I'm trying to show you a picture. I actually have it on my iPad, but she wrote a book called Getting Noticed. Well, really, now I can't get it to go where I can show you the cover. Um, Good night. Anyway, Lindsay Teague Marino is the woman who is the founder of the Lemon Droppers, which is one of the biggest organizations in Young Living, and I think that she has lots of good advice. So I bought this book as soon as I heard about it. Here, this is what it looks like. It's called Getting Noticed. Um, and it's not just about one particular type of social media. And I'm going to try to sum up what I learned from this book and then just my little bit of experience with Facebook. I don't have a lot of experience with Instagram and Twitter. I really don't tweet at all. So, but I don't think that that's necessarily a necessity that you do that. So yeah, this is a no-nonsense guide to standing out and selling more for mom entrepreneurs who ain't got time for that. So it's a great book, and she's got great advice. And the very first thing I want to talk about is one thing that she recommended, and I actually saw her speak at convention, and she had us do this. She had us take out a piece of paper. She said, I want you to write down 10 adjectives that describe you, that you would associate with you. 10 things, 10 adjectives. And so I was like, well, of course I love cats. I, lots of, anyway, I'm not going to share all of my words, but I came up with 10 words that I associate with myself. And she said, really, that is your brand. And she said that everything you post on social media should reflect one of those words. And you should not stray from that, because that is like creating your own brand, who you are. Yeah, so and I'm also going to pull some things from from Echo Hill. Yeah. And she says that when you are posting on Facebook, say, she said, you want to be adding value. You want to be like easily recognizable, like, oh, that's Karen Cagg. She's bup, 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 bup. Oh, that's Christy. She's bup, bup, bup. Oh, that's Shanley. Shanley is always dut, 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 dut. So everything that you post should probably stay within that brand. And she says that you want to add value to people's lives in your social media posts. So she said every post that you make, you want to make your audience feel something. So that's really important, that you provide something that the audience connects with, which means you have to be vulnerable, which that's a huge step to just go out on social media, like with your panties flapping in the air, I guess, but just to be yourself and be vulnerable. But that's what people connect with. She said, share your good, your joys, share your stresses, share what's going wrong in your life. And then and don't just like post oils, but share your life. And then maybe you might share like what happened in a really stressful day, and then show the solution to that. As an example, if any of you guys saw that post I made, was that Sunday, and this is something that really happened to me. I was blow drying my hair, and I'd been wrapping my cord around the blow dryer, and I guess I had broken that cord, and I'm blow drying my hair, and all of a sudden sparks fly out and fire is coming out of my blow dryer, and I almost caught my hair on fire. And okay, that's kind of embarrassing and frightening. I screamed, and it was a little bit funny because I was like, ah, and I threw it down, and I threw it in the sink, which I wasn't sure if it was wet or not. And so then I was afraid to unplug it, but I thought I was going to, I don't know. So it was just like an I Love Lucy moment. And I'm screaming. And so my son was home. Yeah, it was Sunday because he was home from college. And so I thought, oh gosh, he probably is having a heart attack. So I went in to tell him, I'm okay. But he was like, totally asleep. So I posted the picture of my blow dryer with a bottle of grounding, because I was a wreck, and so I went for my grounding essential oil because I love that when I'm just and so I thought, oh, this is what Echo Hill was talking about, like share your personal experiences, show people how you use the oils in your life. So I went ahead and just posted a picture of it, and it was funny because I thought that it was a humorous post, but so many people responded and said like, "Oh my God, girl, I'm so glad you're okay." And I thought, yeah, I guess that really could have been bad to catch my hair on fire, and the whole house smelled like that electrical smoke. Um, but but that's what she was saying. I got a lot of engagement, and it wasn't about I was selling oils. It was about I nearly caught my head on fire with my blow dryer. Like really, but here was my solution. So she said, what you want to do on social media is not overshare. Don't overshare, but like let people connect with you. And I'm still learning. So as far as this being a class or a great training on let me teach you all I know, I am totally newbie at this, and I'm exploring this. But I think that what little I've done, the posts that seem to get the most reaction are the posts that do evoke some sort of feeling from people. Um, and the posts that show my vulnerability, that show the real me, and don't overshare. So what does that mean? She says, well, probably when you're posting on Facebook, every oily post should be offset by 5 personal posts that don't have anything to do with oils. Just share. If you're sharing your life, show your life, and keep it within that brand. I'm gonna go back to Lindsay Teague Marino. Keep it within that brand. Okay. And so probably I'm going to go ahead and insert this comment here. Probably one of the words you don't want to write down and say, like, oh, I want people to recognize that I'm a real jerk. Try not to. I've had to like not post anything political. This is really, really difficult. I think I even said something political during a Facebook Live the other day, and I was like, Karen, stop, shut up. Be vulnerable, but keep all of your posts, if those 5 personal posts to the 1 oily post that you're going to make, keep them kind of upbeat, if you will, or if it's like real trouble that you're having, but try to keep politics, religion, anything that is going to be something controversial, keep that out of your social media. Just keep it out. Also, Lindsay Teague Marino says, do not share other people's stuff. This is really hard for me because when I see a really funny cat video, I want to share it on my Facebook page. When I love music, if I spot a really great Celtic drumming band or something, I want to share that on my personal page, and that is kind of part of who I am. I think when people think of me, they think travel. I love to travel. I love to dance, and I love cats. I mean, and those are the things I would share. But everybody that I've listened to says people see those in other places, and when they come to your page, they don't want to see that. That's going to clog up your page. You want to be conscious of what you're posting. So make it real. Echo said something, and I thought, well, and I guess Lindsay Teague Marino said it as well. She's like, create your own content. Lindsay Teague Marino says you should get that book, Getting Noticed, because she has a lot of like websites and things that you can use to like create really neat pictures and text on top of pictures and that. I'm still learning how to do that. I don't really know how to do that yet, but I'm working on it. But she says you have to be a creator. How did she say it? Be a thought creator. Be a leader. Don't be seen as somebody who just which is what I do. Continually like shares the same stuff over and over and over. Create your own content, and that's going to take some time, and it takes some thought. But share your life, share pictures of your kids, what you're doing, what you're interested in, because, and here's another reason that you're doing this. This is a network marketing business, and people, if they're going to do business with you, it's because, well, they want the oils, but they could buy them from anybody. They want to buy them from somebody that they connect with. And so if you're not posting something that people are going to connect with, then you're missing business. So the best times to post, again, so like 1 oily post to every 5 personal posts. And if you don't post a lot, you may just be doing an oily post every 2 to 3 days. The best times to post. Lindsay T. Marino said in convention that for Facebook, between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock was the best time. But Echo, and I'm kind of going on my own experience too, Echo said that between 9 and 11 a.m., which is why when I did those Facebook Lives, oh my God, was that just last week? Yeah, I guess it was. I did at 10 o'clock, and I did, but I also did at noon. And I had a pretty good turnout, at noon, because some people are just kind of scrolling through Facebook as they're eating lunch. Between 2 and 4, and then also between 7 and 9. So I think posting, especially if you're going to do Facebook Live, that's probably the best time. I found, and I shared this in our Aroma Cats meeting on the 15th or whenever it was. I went back and looked at the Facebook Lives that I did, and the one that got the most views was the first one. I think I overshared. I really did. I was doing different things, but the first one got 800 and something views, and it was at 7 o'clock on a Thursday night. And the others were at like 10 and at noon. And then 9 o'clock Saturday morning got like over 400 views. And Sunday afternoon, that one also got pretty good views. So you have to just sort of play around with it and do something to stand out, getting noticed. Ways you can do that. I got kind of silly. I was totally experimenting with those Facebook Lives last week. That one where, Beyond the Kit, where I thought, because I just got binoculars for Christmas, so I put on like a safari hat and the binoculars, and I was like looking around like, what's out beyond? Just something to catch people's attention as they're scrolling through. Like I said, that was kind of silly, and I don't know. I am totally in experiment stage here, so I'm just trying to share some ideas and what I've learned from others on their experience. What was I going to say? The time. I made some notes. If you want, some people, and I haven't tried this, but Sarah Harnish mentioned in Game Plan that she uses Hootsuite, I think is how you say that. But Echo Hill said that she doesn't like it. There were some glitches, and she and some of her downlines didn't particularly care for it. But there's something called Cinch Share, CINCH. SHARE, Cinch Share. That's like $14 a month, and you can do your posts ahead of time and then schedule them to go out. I don't know if Facebook will do that. I think that it has an option now where you can schedule it. Like I've noticed when I do a post, it says share now or share in the future, but I think Cinch Share will let you do like a whole week or a month. And Shanley is, I know she's working out while she's listening to this, but I think that she's done some of that. Be consistent. This is important. Don't overshare. I mean, you don't want somebody that when they go to your Facebook page to see nothing but like, even doing like the things that I get from Oil Revolution Designs, those little graphics. I try not to just post those all the time because I don't want someone to go to my Facebook page and it just be like young living, young living, young living, young living. That's boring, right? You probably have seen some of those pages where it's just like, if it's nothing, you want people to engage. And I've done kind of a little bit of experimenting too. Like when I was sharing some stuff, I went back and looked, and I thought, yeah, where I didn't get much engagement, it's because it was something that I had just shared off of another page. But the ones that do get engagement are the ones that are more real. They're more about me and my son and my cats, or a chipmunk in my house, or just whatever's going on. That's what people engage with. And then try to be consistent, though. Don't just ignore your young living, because think of it this way. Like if you say, if someone were like, I think, doesn't Karen Cagg sell essential oils? If they finally, people have to hear something, is it between 7 and 9 times before they actually move on it? So they decide like, yeah, I am. I've had enough of this. I'm going to try essential oils. And then they think, well, doesn't Karen Cagg sell essential oils? I think maybe she does. And then they go to my Facebook page, and they're not going to scroll very far. That's about all I would scroll. Scrolling. Shanley says, I find creating original stuff takes the most time for me. It does take a lot of time. And Lindsay Teague Marino, in that book, Getting Noticed, she said, you really have to be like a professional photographer, a graphic designer, to run your own business. It takes a lot of time. But if you're not doing that many posts, you're just doing like one really good post, that you create and put some thought into, like, oh, you're going to get more result from it. So, but anyway, if someone's scrolling through my page and they just kind of scroll like a couple of scrolls and they don't see anything about Young Living or oils at all, they're not going to look around too much. They may think like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do them anymore, and go to somebody else that they know. Like, what doesn't so and so do it? Because there are a lot of us that do that. So don't overshare, but be consistent in your sharing. Mainly just be sure that you are adding value to people, which, so yeah, let me talk just a second about her 10-10 formula. This I learned from Echo Hill. And if at the end of January, it's going to go up, but if you've got any spare cash, I am loving the Rhino Up 365. She's teaching a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to we can't copy and paste, obviously, stuff. It's, how much is it? It's $20 a month, and for me, it's worth it because I'm learning a lot. But she was talking about this 10-10 formula that she has come up with. And I tried it on some of the Facebook Lives I did, and I think, she's right. Okay, the way Facebook works, they keep changing their algorithms, but this makes sense to me. Facebook is about relationships, right? It's a social media. And so I've already shared with my team, and if you're new watching this video, if you see a team member's post on Facebook, don't just click like. That doesn't have any effect. What Facebook values is relationships. So you want to hit heart or wow or angry or something, anything besides just like, and you want to write a comment of at least 4 words. So heart, wow, comment. And that's become second nature. Even lots of people on Sabrina's team, whenever I see a post from anybody that I love, and I want to help them boost that post, I heart it or I wow and I write a comment, because that's going to make it show up in more people's news feeds. And so what Echo Summerhill does is she says before she posts something like a Facebook Live or any kind of a post that she wants to make sure people see, especially say a short list of particular people, maybe people you're prospecting, go in it's called 10-10, 10 minutes before your post and 10 minutes after your post. And you go into the Facebook pages of these people and look at something and don't just like it, but like heart and comment, because Facebook sees that and says, oh, here's a relationship. There must be a relationship here. And so then when you go live, it pops up in their feed. And I've noticed it does. I was experimenting with that with the classes I was doing. So try that. And at first I thought, and it's not like you're like crawling around. You want a relationship with those people, and you can't just go and make a fake comment. I mean, it's the people that I'm prospecting. I even kind of hate that word. These are people that I know need the oils, and they may not know it yet. And so I just need to keep it, like, don't forget, don't forget. And it pops up. It pops up in their news feeds. What else do I want to talk about? I said no politics. Okay, Facebook Live. How to do that successfully. I'm not sure I feel qualified to teach that, but because we're still learning. We're still trying to figure out how do we do that. First of all, and this is something that I'm playing around with, Echo says keep your Facebook Live to like 15 minutes, unless it's something where you've got an engaged audience, someone who's really committed to sit with you for 30 minutes or so. And I've been thinking about, because I've done the Sarah Harnish, the 101, and I just can't do it in less than 35 minutes. I can't. And I know I may have gotten a lot of views, but I don't think I had that many people staying all the way through it there. I'm so easily distracted. Oh, okay. That's one piece of advice on Facebook Live, and this isn't Facebook Live. But if you think that you're going to be a squirrel, which I'm a squirrel, when those comments are running over there, I'm getting a little better to kind of look and say like, oh yes, so and so, blah 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 blah. But it might be better just to keep going forward. I say a lot too. But keep going forward, and then if you see a comment or a question that you can respond to quickly and then jump right back into what you were talking about, do that. Otherwise, just tell people, I'm going to go back through and answer questions. Also, you do want to go back through and you want to comment on every comment that someone makes. How would you feel if you made a comment or had a question and nobody, whoever was doing the Facebook Live, never responded to you? You wouldn't feel very good, right? But I'm thinking about trying to do shorter Facebook Lives because our attention span, trust me, I've been teaching for more than 30 years, our attention span is shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. Even mine is shrinking, shrinking. Haven't you jumped in on a Facebook Live and you're like, okay, I'm out of here. Like you gotta engage, and you gotta be saying something that's ringing their bell. So do not, and this is something I learned from experience, do not start a Facebook Live and go, anybody there? Can you hear me? Or hi. So it's I did that I think on one of the last ones. It's like, hi, Aunt Rebel. You know, if it comes naturally and you're kind of moving along, okay, but don't sit there and just go, you know, just when it starts, start and go. Start right away. Oh, from time to time, if you're doing a Facebook Live, you'll see a little thing pop up that says weak connection. If that happens, just keep going. What that means is that you might get a little blurry on the Facebook Live. Personally, I look better when it gets blurry. The blurrier, the better. No. But if you keep going on the replay, it usually corrects. So just keep going and don't sit there and go like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? just keep going. But yeah, some Facebook Live ideas, and as we have our team meetings or in our some of you are dream builders and not aroma cats. If you get an idea for like, hey, this would be a good Facebook Live, post it, share some ideas. We don't always have to be teaching a 101 class. Maybe we could do like a 5-minute Facebook Live on, hey, I'm going to show you guys how I make a roller bottle how I make a peppermint roll-on. Do that. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make a bath bomb. Or, make and takes generally don't get a lot of signups, but if you had like a little 5-minute thing that you could do on Facebook Live and show people how you use the oils, then that might just engage. Again, so much of this I think is just planting seeds until people get to the point where like, yeah, I think I need some oils. I am sick of this, and so we have to show people. It's just educating people how to use the oils. How long have I been talking? Oops. Yep. Okay. It's been 30 minutes. Nobody wants to sit and listen to somebody talk for more than 30 minutes. I'm convinced of that. What else did I want to share? I want to show you guys how to, I'm not even going to talk about Instagram. I have I do have a tip. I do have an Instagram account, and I used to wonder, should I do it as Aroma Cats? And I'm still thinking about doing that because I'm trying to create an Aroma Cats brand, if you're wondering what I'm doing. But Echo Hill says, this is a relationship business and people want to connect with you. And Shanley, I bet you could chime in on this because you're doing the same thing. You're creating an entire Shanley Tenike brand. And so she says, your Instagram, your Facebook, it should be personal and it should be public, not private, because you want to increase your followers. And I'm still learning about Instagram. I think Yolanda does great at it, and she's not on here. And Shanley, I think you do too. Yeah, it's under one name because you're creating a brand. Good. But she says, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. I wish somebody could chime in and say, you were saying this, Miss Craig. Instagram. Oh, just she says, when I was posting things, when I've discovered that button on Instagram where you can just click it and it says share on Facebook, she says don't do that because Facebook recognizes that as like, oh, that's just something that they posted on Instagram and it's not that worthy, so it won't show up as much on Facebook. So if you want to post something on Instagram and Facebook, do it separately. Don't do it with that button. Post it on Instagram and then come back, copy, paste it, do the same thing and post it originally in Facebook so that it will show up in more people's news feeds. So what I wanted to try to do is show you how to do Facebook Live. And Shanley showed us how to make the Facebook Live pop up in the event. So let's try it. Oh, talk about getting out of your comfort zone. Here we go. Okay, so if I want to go Facebook Live, I guess I would go into the event. And Shanley, I know you're exercising and you may not want to jump in here and say anything. Or no, what if I do it live like this? Okay, live video. Oh my God. Okay, this is what it looks like. Unable to find the camera. Really?
That's right. That's what you do. So don't go into a live event. Just go to your profile and then um, act like you're posting a live video. So
Yeah,
then,
okay. Oh, okay. I bet it won't do it because maybe my camera is
yeah,
doing
because you're
Zoom.
doing it now. Yeah.
Crap. Okay, but you go to live video and we'll just pretend. Oh
Yeah,
shoot.
that's not the way it works. That's
No,
not what I saw yesterday.
no. It's just because it won't go past, it can't find my
Yeah.
camera. But what
Yeah.
happens is it'll say share it on your timeline. And I've never looked beyond that. I thought, yeah, share it on my timeline. But if you, there's a drop arrow, and if you don't just share it on your timeline, you can share in an event, and then you can just put it into the event. If you don't want it to go on your personal page live, you want it to be just in the event, there's a way to do that. But it's pretty easy.
Yes, that's exactly right.
So Facebook Live, instead of photo video, you click Facebook Live, and it will access your camera and your microphone. And it's not like when you click Facebook Live, it's going to automatically go boom live. You have to click go live. So don't let that freak you out. And I would set this challenge. I would challenge anyone who is watching this little training, do it today. Go do a Facebook Live. Just a really short, like, decide you're going to talk about something, and say, hey guys, I wanted to show you how to do blah, 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 or whatever. You click live video and make the title catchy. Make it something that's going to catch their attention. You can go back and edit what it says above the Facebook Live later, because people can always watch it on replay. And Echo says, use some emoticons, use some little emojis, use some capital letters if people are scrolling through and they see freedom or something. I think on that one I put fire, when I caught my hair on fire. But she says use caps, use, not all caps, that's just like shouting, but, make it appealing to the eye and a catchy title. And then when you click go live, you'll see 3, 2, 1, and then start talking. Just start talking. And the more you do it, I'll say this, the more, it still makes my stomach hurt, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. Really, 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 it does. So I would challenge you, just, what if you're trying to show them how to make a roller ball and you spill stupid coconut oil all over yourself?
Karen, don't forget to mention that you also need to, if you're going to do a share screen, make sure you do it before and don't close it, because it'll close out and you can't go back into a share screen.
Ah, okay. I haven't even done the share screen. But yeah, so there is an option to share it
before.
You have to click share screen before you go live, and don't try to go back because you'll mess it up. I haven't tried it because, well, honestly, I was trying to ask myself, if I were scrolling through Facebook, would I want to see like a PowerPoint thing, or would I rather see a person? And I'm really not sure. I'm going to experiment with it too, because the one thing with the Zoom is we can share the screen, but it's not live. And the way I'm trying to use Facebook Live is to catch people's attention. I did get 2 people, well, one hasn't signed up yet, but I got 2 people interested, and it was just from scrolling through the Facebook Live, like, hey, what is that you're talking about? But here's the thing, it's not Facebook Live, it's not the oils, it's me. It's people that know me. It's you. It's people who know you and who like you and trust you. And trust me, not everybody likes me, but the people that know and like you, they see you talking about these oils, not all the time, but they see you talking about them and they go, tell me more about that. And to me, that's what the value of these Facebook Lives can be. So, like I said, if you spill something all over yourself and it's live, that's all right. People will feel sorry for you. They will feel sorry for you, like, oh, bless her heart, she just spilled coconut oil all over herself, and you got engagement, if nothing else, So just ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? My cats can bring okay, honestly, I thought my cats can bring a live chipmunk and it can bounce off my head, but just go. Be afraid and do it anyway. And be honest and be yourself. I think that's all I want to say about that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to try to do something on Instagram once I learn more. Or Shanley, I would love for you to do a Zoom in your spare time. Uh,
I'd love to do it too. We need to schedule.
okay, let's do it. We'll schedule it. This month has been the best month for me because I just wrote down like I'm going to do this, and then when I thought I don't want to do another one, but I had already committed, so I had to do it. So let's write it down and do it. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. The next class I'm doing is Monday. I'm not doing a class tomorrow. I'm going to do advanced compensation plan training. You need to pop you a Ningxia Nitro and come wrap your brain around uh, the upper levels of the compensation plan. It's it's amazing, but it's mind-boggling. So I'm going to do that on Monday. And do you guys have any questions, Christy? Nope. Okay, I'm going to end the meeting, and thanks for watching. See you next time.